EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On second down, here's Murray. Screen play, Johnson. They find some open field here. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals. Murray now on first down. Getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. On the ground, this is Johnson. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Well, for these two franchises, the Lions and the Cardinals, it all began back on a Sunday in October of 1930 when the Chicago Cardinals visited Portsmouth, Ohio to play a scoreless game against the hometown Portsmouth Spartans in front of 6,500 fans. 4 years later, the Portsmouth Spartans would move to Detroit. But anyways, 90 seasons later, after some rebranding, a couple relocations, one of the oldest rivalries in the NFL still lives on. Here's Murray from midfield. There's the first NFL grab for Andy Isabella. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Murray throwing on second down. Rolling, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Off the draw, here's Johnson. Johnson on its poke free. Football's out. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week one. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one goes for 36 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. T.J. Hockenson with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, first and 10. A terrific running there to start the drive, as that's going to go for 15 and a quick first down as well. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Johnson. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
The tackle by Jelani Tavai. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 40.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 1 second. Three the score on EA Sports.
Cardinals 3.
Let's go now. Push him back. Push him back.
Throwing on second and 8. Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let's set a tone, fella.
From the gun on third down, Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Romeo Okwara drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Detroit.
60. 59. 53. Ready. Check. 54.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. He'll buy some time right. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And that catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his 2nd season. The future, bright. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check. 43. Quit talking about it and bring it. Tighten up. Zebra. 43 is the mic. Topper.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Stafford, he'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jermaine Kearse, 45 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go. 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona. Well, that's a familiar connection right there. Christian Kirk was in the same class as Kyler Murray at Texas A&M. They played together as freshmen before Murray transferred. Kirk, though, he stayed in College Station, had a great 3-year career before being drafted 47th overall in 2018. Was having a solid rookie campaign last year, but then broke his foot in Week 13 and was shut down the rest of the way. On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. From the 45 on 2nd down. Murray underneath for Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
He's coming. Heavy on the edges. That's it.
Murray going to try to throw on third down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Romeo Okwara picks up his second sack of the afternoon. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Andy Lee now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the end zone, Stafford. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Detroit. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
They'll roll him out right. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. A dime look defensively for the Lions on third. Throwing is Murray on third down. He may try and run for this. Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or 2 short. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Ready? Yellow lady! Yellow lady! Know your job!
And they start the second half with Johnson. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, Mike 40, Mike 40. Here we go, here we go.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
6 guys, check 6 guys. Hatchet, hatchet.
Here's Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Watch alert. Hey, 50. Check 50, check 50.
3rd and 2, Stafford. Now he's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They come up in an offset eye.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up. Stay 50, stay 50. Look at him.
They'll run for it with Bo Scarborough. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Kenyon break on the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. First down, Murray. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
From the 17, Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. From 17 yards out, and the Cardinals get a bit closer. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is down to 28-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together, but that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Kenyon break on the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Justin Coleman. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Hey, 22!
37-yard line.
On 2nd and a yard. Stafford. James has got it. Complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Johnson. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there. Yeah,
I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Play action. Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's McKissick. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Rodney Gunter able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
They're going for it. It's Murray, escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They bring Rashawn Melvin on the corner blitz, and he gets there. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Murray with a 3rd and long. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
A gain of 12 yards brings up 4th down.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. Flush to his right. He's got his man. It's Butler. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Here's Murray, flushed out right. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on second down. Murray. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamal Agnew. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Ready, lady. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
And they take a knee. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Lions, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be on the road.